Welcome, welcome! It's Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And today I'm going to bring you some of the newest parts added to Grim Hex. As you can see here, I am my Saber flying towards the infamous Grim Hex. So Grim Hex used to be a mining facility, a little outpost for people mining the asteroids around Yella. Which Yella is a moon of Crusader in the Stanton system. This little asteroid outpost was abandoned. There was all sorts of things going on, economically speaking, that made them abandon the asteroid. And then a bunch of outlaws moved in, took it over, and they changed the name from Green Imperial to Grim Hex. So that's kind of the little backstory behind it. Now, they have added all sorts of little different things to Grim Hex in the 3.10 patch. Now, I will tell you, it was a treacherous time trying to get here and get this footage for you guys. I had no less than 4 30Ks in the span of about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And then I had all sorts of other little bugs and issues that you guys are going to bear witness to as I do this little fly around and, show you bits and pieces of Grim Hex. I did lose a wing here flying around the asteroid. The thrusters are a little powerful on the Saber at the moment. At least there was a little too much acceleration on the thrusters, or at least the acceleration was way too fast. I don't know, but it was definitely a little out of control as I tried to strafe around and show off parts of the outside of Grim Hex. And some of you guys in 3.9 will notice the differences between 3.9 and 3.10 here. They've added some big hangars and then some pretty big hangars. You'll see some of those as we fly around. There are definitely quite a few. I think, well, there's at least 15. And they don't look very big from the outside, but they are definitely massive. You'll see me park a Starfarer in one of them. And the Starfarer is a pretty big ship, so I will definitely show you that here in a second. I do want to show you that Grim Hex still has some, I guess you could call alternative entrances, or secret entrances. This is just below the old main landing pads that were on the surface of the Grim Hex. This is just a destroyed landing pad hangar area. You can float in EVA style, so you should be able to park a ship there. Though, the sensors and stuff can pick up ships quite easily. Even powered down, it's going to pick it up. And I don't think that's an accurate way to do things. I think the ships powered down should probably not be, detectable at all, especially if you park it in that little cave entrance there where the destroyed hangar's at, or destroyed pad's at. I think maybe in the future of the game, powering down your ship will definitely make you much less detectable. Like, they may even be able to detect you by active pinging. Maybe it'll take them having to do a visual detection. I don't know. I hope that that's certainly something that we'll see. Now, as you can see, I'm kind of exploring around a little bit here. This is a little stairwell, I guess you could say, that's been broken and destroyed. I could have gone down there a little bit more, to another level, and just kept doing that. But really, the ultimate goal is to go up as high up as possible, because that's where you're going to get into Grim Hex. So I do kind of bumble around a little bit here on the lower floors, but that's okay. We're just kind of exploring. There was alternative entrances before. This is nothing new for Grim Hex. Even, I think when they first put Grim Hex in, you were able to get in through a back entrance. That part's kind of changed to like the way you get to it and stuff. But thought I would just add this to this little video, just so you could see it, for all you guys who haven't been in through these different entrances. Now, I will say again, it is extremely bugged, and you'll see what happens to me as I go in. Oh, see, my head goes through the roof there. I land on my back. I have to get up. And here comes the fun part. So I'm at 100% health, or near 100% health right now. I'm not losing any health. I walk in right here into Grim Hex. Doesn't appear like anything's going on. You know, get a nice little look around. Keep on walking, and boom, I fall over dead. What happened? I have no clue what happened there. So obviously there's some sort of bug there that you guys can explore a little bit more when 310 gets on the live servers. If you're getting to play on the PTU right now, maybe you could check that out and let me know if the same thing happens to you. It's definitely something I need to report to the issue council or see if anybody else has reported it, because that's an issue. So here you can see I'm approaching with the Starfarer, and I'm gonna go around the side of Grim Hex. The main landing pads that everybody's used to landing on from 3.9 and before are up on top of this asteroid in relation to where I'm at right now. It's gonna be up and left on the screen. So I'm gonna maneuver around kind of the back side of Grim Hex. I am going at a little bit below SCM speeds, or right around SCM speeds, because control on a Starfarer is not the easiest thing, but if you use the brake, the space brake, and the afterburners alternating, and just play with it a little bit, you'll figure it out. But you can definitely control the ship a little bit easier. I was actually surprised at how easy it was for me to land this thing. Now, there was a slight hiccup going into the hangar. Right here, I'm going straight in. I just switched, and all of a sudden I start moving to the left. So I don't understand what happened there. I'm using dual joysticks, and maybe that had something to do with it, but I seem to be flying pretty good up to that point, and I was able to maneuver right into this hangar. Now, you can definitely tell how huge these hangar bays are by the fact that I was able to maneuver this Starfarer into it. And there's a lot of them. So there's a lot of big ships that can come and go from Grim Hex. I'm glad that they did add this in here. It only makes sense, especially if this is more of an outlaw type place to be. Right now it's not used quite as that. I mean, it is one of the few places that somebody with a crime stat can go to. You can also go to Levski. So here I am in Grim Hex, coming up through the elevator from that hangar. Just getting out of the Starfarer there. You're going to see some more issues eventually here, but so far so good. You come into the main area here. This is where you're going to actually call your ships. It's slightly different from where it was before. You see there's elevators left and right. This part you will remember straight ahead. There are some trash dumpsters there now. That is where you used to call all of your ships. The elevators to the left and the right will lead down to the main area, and then your airlocks leading out to all the normal landing pads that you remember are going to be straight behind me. Now, if you take a look over here to the left, this is a little section I was just kind of experimenting going through here. And it's another alternative entrance, I guess you could say, but there's definitely a bug here. There's actually going to be two bugs coming up. This is one of them. So I'm going to go through the airlock and then hit this other airlock part here to depressurize the area. And as you can see, I fell through the floor. That shouldn't happen. And of course I'm going to bumble around a little bit. Thankfully I'm able to get out without just having to suicide. But you'll see in a minute that I should have probably just suicided. So obviously 310 still has a ways to go before it is ready to release. How many of these bugs can they squash this coming week? I couldn't tell you. I've been, I guess, a little liberal with my thinking on how quickly 310 is going to get into our hands. This time I'm going to be pretty conservative with my guess, and I am guessing right around August 1st is when it'll go live. That's a conservative guess, but here comes another bug here. So I'm trying to float down to the landing pad, and there's like an invisible barrier. It won't let me go down. You can see my legs in the shadows just bouncing. It's like I'm hitting a surface and then coming back. Finally, I'm able to fall down, but I take some massive damage, and I'm starting to hemorrhage. Medpin does not work to stabilize me, and I try hitting the medpin some more. I do have 2 on me, and it's just not letting me heal. So now I'm trying to get in through the door. So the interesting thing is here, before I fall flat on my face, or right at the time I fall flat on my face, we get a 30k. As you see, I'm holding a med pin, and there was a 30k. So I wake up at Grim Hex, which is better than what happened when I died going through the airlock first. The first part you saw where I went through the airlock and fell flat on my face. I did not spawn at Grim Hex. I spawned at Port Olisar, which is where my last touch and go was. So, a little weirdness there too. So you can see there's still bugs. Lots of bugs that need to be worked out. Something that's definitely more predominant here at Grim Hex is the graffiti. You're able to see it in all sorts of different places. I'm waking up from the halves. I'm going to vault over. The vault animation is actually looking pretty good there. Most of this other layout for Grim Hex is something you're used to. As you can see, I can come to the elevators here that will take me down to the landing pads to call my ship, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay where I'm at and show you guys the other new addition to Grim Hex, and that's going to be where the Scramble races and stuff are, where you're going to be able to bet on those Scramble races. And I'm just going to run to make this go a little quicker. Now you can purchase both the Electron sniper rifle and the Electron pistol here, right here to the right. You can purchase both of those at that store. I believe Port Olisar probably has them too, but you can definitely do it here at Grim Hex. Levski only has the pistol. So here you can see this little added area for all the betting and stuff. So the Scramble races are going to be races where you're trying to win, but you're also trying to shoot other people during the race. So it should be very interesting when or if they get that in anytime soon, hopefully before the end of the year. But again, that's not something I'm going to hold my breath on. As you can see, the races are on hold because they're trying to clear the track. Now, a lot of you have probably already seen some of these videos from other YouTubers showing off this little area. But this is me. This is Texas Space Navy. We're going to do it our way. So they have this leaderboard, which is pretty neat. I would imagine this is going to show up in several places throughout this section. Something else that's pretty neat is all the places to sit. And then they also have a guy that's selling like food and drinks over here. They have several kegs laying about. You don't really see the kegs too many places, so it's really cool to see that here at Grim Hex. It's definitely fitting. You know, you and your pirate buddies can come in here and make a ruckus as you bet on people getting obliterated during a race. Lots of fun. So you see he's got hot dogs and stuff here. So guys, thank you so much for watching all of my videos here of late. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for all you new subscribers. Thank you to all my old subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thank you to my Patreon and YouTube members for, getting memberships. That's super awesome. I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are going to make this dream come true. Anybody can get in, especially like on the YouTube membership. It's only $1. It's like 99 cents. So if you decide you want to give, that would be much appreciated, and it will definitely help this channel out. Thank you so much. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.